find any differences in working in a more Hollywood mainstream movie than you would in like an Asian film?
I mean, of course, very different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hong Kong, you can do whatever you want. I mean, of course, the main difference is instead have the union. Every department have the union
Right.
that lighting the blah blah blah. Okay, and even I'm the DOP, but suppose you cannot hold the camera.
Mm.
But luckily, this time we negotiate with the who. I mean,
Union. Yeah,
union.
local 600. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, for the big budget movie, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have time that wait for. I mean, when we change the set, we wait for the pops master. But this movie is not the big budget movies, so the crew is small. But everything you should maybe you do yourself. Maybe you move a table, we just move, but the union cannot
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Okay, so this is the difference. Yeah, when I move the light, sometimes you cannot move the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes assistant can move the cup. Oh, you cannot hold. You can call the pub master. I mean, this is the difference. I mean, for big movies, it's okay, but I hope will be something change. I mean, the union have this is low budget. Okay, let it the people mix up to do everything.
Right.
Yeah, that is what I want for the for the next. Yeah.
Cool. So you kind of alluded to this earlier when we were talking about the actors. Um, I hear a lot of Asian and Asian American actors saying that it's hard to find really juicy roles in Hollywood outside of a doctor or a scientist. Do you guys find the same difficulty behind the camera as well when you're trying to get your stories told?
Well, that's a good question. I don't. Wow. It's interesting because as a director, there's almost a transparency, almost an invisible quality to whose vision you're watching. You almost don't know unless you're a fan or, a real follower of films, like where that movie came from. And it's becoming, I think, more and more transparent. I mean, people are, they're sort of doing all these things now to feature the creative team and their names. They're putting boxes around people's names on the credits. But, 15, 20 years ago, you saw these directors' names and you didn't know if they were Hispanic or Chinese or Jewish or what. You just didn't know. So the flip side of that as an actor, you're on show. You are who you are based on your skin and all. So it's much more, you're much more tied into your ethnicity. So for us, it's really a lot of times it's in the written word, it's in the script, it's how we pitch. I don't feel like we're necessarily as tied to our ethnicity as we are to our ability to tell a story or to pitch a story or to close a meeting or we have to deliver along the standard lines of all directors and creatives who are pitching our projects, but that somehow is a little more separate from our ethnicity than I think what the actors go through.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Oh, so finally, what are you hoping that your audience takes away from Revenge of the Green Dragons?
Well, I'll start. Look, we took a trip once we had a day off and we went out to see Ellis Island. And you get there and there's this big statue, and they have that little plaque there and it says, send us you're tired, you're poor, you're huddled masses. And someone had written there with like a black marker, someone had written right where it says, send us you're poor, you're tired, and someone had written, so we can put them to work for minimum wage or less. Right, and it just really dawned on me that in so many ways, I mean, that's one of America's dirty little secrets, is that, it really depends on it's almost a limitless supply of cheap labor, more so than petroleum or any other things that people generally talk about in the news, right? I mean, and America, it's such a part of the way this country works that it's ingrained even in the politics and things like the immigration policy of this country, right? And every ethnic group that lives here and has carved out their own piece of American history, they've gone through it. You know, there's 12 years a slave. There's the Italians. There's today the Hispanics. You can't go into any restaurant in L.A., you know, and not see everyone in the kitchen, you know, being from south of the border. And so it's an interesting dynamic, and it's something that I think as a topic, you know, it's a big part of what was attractive to about this story for us in getting involved. It's an American story, but it's specifically an American story about Asians who came here in hopes of a better life. So that was kind of, I think, a real connective, you know, thread for us as to why we kind of jumped on board. You know.
I mean, it's very simple. Yeah, why the legal immigration come to America? Why? Of course, they have the reason. They have like a American dream. Of course, it's very simple. That before the Chinese people is poor, so they want to come to America to get some money, yeah, for the next generations. Yeah, let the people taste about that kind of things. So when you come to America, you have better life, or you lose so many things. I mean, let the audience guess.
Cool. So, for those of for people out in the audience who didn't get a chance to catch the movie at the festival, where can they see your film? Where and when can they see your
So
film?
are we still on DirecTV? Okay, so Green Dragons is still on DirecTV. If you're a subscriber, you can just push play. It's also going to be starting, I guess, this Friday, October 24th in LA at the Laemmle's North Hollywood. It's also going to be playing in New York City at the AMC Village 7. So get yourselves down to the theater, support the cause. Green Dragons.
Yes, great. Thank you guys so much for
go.
taking some time. Thank you so much. This was great.
Cool.
Thank you.